Hello there, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining in. Today we talk about progress. See, despite living in an amazing time and an amazing country, we have to deal with the fact that our societies are very divisive. We're really not inclusive enough. There are so many institutions and events in our society which are segregated, and that's not right. We need to make these events more inclusive. For example, when I hear of segregated events, I am appalled. All the progressive bones in my body start to, I don't know, what do bones do? But something happens and all the progressive elements in my body start to revolt when I see that women's sports are gender segregated. They only include women. This is insane. This is 2017. We're closing in on 2018. What will our kids say? They're going to look at us and say, Daddy, or Mommy, or non-binary parent figure. Why is it that in your time, women's sports were exclusively to women? Why is it that you guys did nothing? What are you going to say? Well, I, for one, am a little guilt-free because I am seeing progress firsthand. For example, in Brazil, women becomes first transgender player in Brazil's top volleyball league. There you go. Progress. Didn't I tell you guys? Let's hear a little more about this player. Bauru, Brazil, while playing in men's professional volleyball leagues in Europe, heavy-hitting Brazilian player Tiffany Abreu accumulated dozens of trophies. See, she was in men's team. She played really well. She won a lot of trophies, but she was also in a segregated environment. She was in the men's team, a team for only men. Insane. So later on, she became she joined the women's team. How awesome is this? Now this is what we call progress. This is what we need in our society, okay? This is our civilization moving forward. Now I know some of you all bigot out there would say, hey, what about biology? Don't these men entering women's fields, women's games, have a biological advantage over other people in the team? Would you people stop being bigoted? Okay, it's bigots like you that decide to get into science and come up with crazy explanations like this. For example, let's see what this one gentleman says. On average, men have longer and larger bones, which gives them mechanical advantages over women. Since they have greater leverage, increased height, and larger frames to support muscle, their bones are also more dense, and they have tougher ligaments, making them less prone to sports injury. Since these physical and psychological factors give most men a clear competitive edge in sports, is it fair or even safe for biological males with large muscle mass, hearts and lungs, and greater strength and acceleration and speed to compete against girls and women? See, that's an open-ended question because that is a bigoted question. We all know biology is a science for the bigots. That's what fueled Nazi Germany and the KKK. Yeah, they looked at biology and they were all mad. You guys are just behind on the progressive times, okay? Now, I know what some of you guys would be saying. Some of you guys would be saying, hey, isn't this a bit of a slippery slope? Aren't we letting men who are biologically men get into women's sports, opening up some sort of a massive gateway for a lot of other people to do it, endangering the integrity of sports as well as endangering the safety of women? Well, you bigots need to get onto the progressive train and ride along the smooth journey with us, okay? There's no such thing. These are all isolated incidents, and this is not opening up some gateway for some major social change and hampering sports and stuff like that. Everything is going smooth. Men who are doing well in professional sports are not just jumping into female side of the events just for the fun of it, okay? This is not happening. These are just isolated incidents of a few very talented progressive individuals. However, though, there are several news of our society winning progressive battles. For example, we have weightlifting biological male takes first place in women's contest. Transgender weightlifter Laurel Hubbard, he lifted more than 20 pounds, more than his closest competitor. We have cycling, biological male dominates women's competition. Yeah, that's a thing. In track and field, transgender high schooler places third at state. And transgender volleyball player Tia Thompson, born a male and is now playing for the women's team. Dodgeball, transgender player competes against women. Cricket, transgender player joins cricket team. Okay, this is in Australia. In handball, transgender star joins women's team. Hannah Muncy. Oh, that's pretty cool. In golf, we have transgender pro golfer plays in women's tournaments. Okay. And mixed martial arts, we have transgender fighter competes in women's division. Okay. Transgender MMA fighter Fallon Fox, born a man, gave his female opponent a concussion and broken her eye socket in 2015. Yeah, well, sometimes those things happen, you know. You can't have progress without breaking a few skulls. Well, that's listen all you bigots, okay? Get into 2018, get into the progressive bandwagon, okay? If you're a man and you've never played a women's sport professionally, you are contributing to the bigotry. Go to your nearing women's sports event and say, I identify as a woman, and contribute to the inclusiveness, okay? So that's it for this video. Press a like button to support our quest for progressiveness, and also subscribe to this channel. One subscription to this channel is one fight. One for gender non-conforming sports people. Yeah. Alright guys, see you next time. Take care.